As I look back, the progress of what I did in writing those two books, that meeting was really the catalyst for me. At that time, Party Secretary Xi began by talking about the big vision of what leaders need to think about China.
Robert Lawrence Kuhn is a renowned U.S. expert on China, chairman of the Kuhn Foundation. He published books including The Inside Story of China's 30-Year Reform, How China's Leaders Think and What This Means for the Future. The book was considered an example of international expression of China's story, for its profound description of China's reform and opening up. During his tenure as the secretary of Zhejiang Provincial Committee of the Communist Party of China, Xi Jinping met with Kuhn twice, offering Kuhn guidance and advice on understanding and studying China. Looking back, Kuhn still remembers the story Xi told him about blind man feeding the elephant.
The blind man who felt the leg of an elephant believed an elephant was a pillar, and the blind man who felt the back of the elephant believed the elephant was a wall. And none of them really got to the truth because all of them failed to see the whole elephant and get the whole picture. President Xi's point at that time was that that's when you get in trouble and you lack understanding because you don't see the complexity. He used the classic story of the blind man touching different parts of an elephant, but it was very appropriate for China because China was a nation of 56 ethnic groups. You should study China in two ways: horizontally across diverse regions and vertically through the history of its development, and especially since the foundation of the People's Republic in 1949. And so to understand China horizontally across regions and different characteristics, across ethnic groups, across different socioeconomic groups, and vertically across for foreigners, to seek to characterize China with a single sentence or one idea, to have a simple methodology to understand China. One way to understand China is already a mistake, that the nation was far too complex for that.
Xi's words inspired Kuhn greatly. In his research on China since then, it has become his habit to personally visit and see different parts of the country. China's huge achievement in eliminating extreme poverty in recent years has aroused Kuhn's deep interest.
I've been privileged to have an inside look at China's poverty alleviation campaign over the last 5 or 6 years or so, and it shows the deep commitment of the leadership, particularly President Xi Jinping, to help the people of the country. President Xi's leadership and commitment to do poverty alleviation is really one of the prime reasons why it has been successful. China's poverty alleviation story is one of the great stories of the world that I believe future historians will look back to as a defining feature of our age. Certainly it is China's great achievement.
China's remarkable achievements under the leadership of Xi have deeply impressed Kuhn that the Chinese leader has an objective and comprehensive understanding of the country's situation and a detailed and rational thinking about its future.
It was a very rich and full meeting that gave me great insight